Thank you. Good afternoon. One idea can change a life. One idea can change someone's future. I'll just rewind. It was 10 years ago. I was in Mongolia, very cold, decided to go to the gym, and suddenly one teenager followed me. Her job is to watch me while I am running on the treadmill. I can't remember her name. All I know, a very bored look. And she had some magazine she was looking at. So I asked, after a while, you don't like to be watched while you're running. What do you do? She said, I'm responsible for the key. I said, what are you reading? He said, oh, just fiddling through. So I said, why don't you idea came into my head, why don't you start learning English word? She said, yeah, my dad says that too, but what happens? I said, no, listen. If you learn English word, if you can learn, say, 50 words tomorrow and keep on learning, I'll hire you as an interpreter. Oh, suddenly lights went up. She said, I can do that. Next day, to my surprise, she told me she learned 250. Wow. So I gave her a business card saying, listen, I'm leaving. When you think you are comfortable, send me an email. I'll find you a job. I went. I was somewhere in Tajikistan. Suddenly an email pops out, the very long surname. And I was quick glance. What it says that, thank you, I'm in UK. That's it. And I lost that email somewhere. Few months later, when I went back to Mongolia, I was really eager to meet her. I went to the reception. So what happened to that girl? Oh, sir, some guest told her something and she's been carrying a big dictionary. Then there was a foreigner, a lady come in looking for an interpreter. She was very confident. She said, I can do it. And a few days later, we know that she went to UK and now family is going. Wow. I was so proud of myself. One idea can really free us. So like this picture, one interesting idea can set us free. So I'm going to talk to you about few ideas that is going to change us from the climate change risk we are facing today. So we are going to talk about 3 megatrends that's coming, 3 technological breakthrough that is coming, and then 7 megatrends I think will happen. And I like this photo. This is taken in Cambodia. Oldest form of technology. Nothing has changed. Look what he's doing. Possibly today he's texting about the future. And this is, I think, my organization, Asian Development Bank does. We just don't recycle old products. We bring in new technology. We empower people, our clients. Remember this hard disk? I'm sure some of you remember, and some of you even remember this. This used to be 40 kilobyte when I was my undergrad. And then around 1992, this is what the hard disk looked like, $3,000 for 10 megabyte. It's quite shocking, isn't it? Because today we are used to 1 terabyte, which is about lots of zeros. So the way to see this technological change made your iPad possible, your MP3 player possible, digital phone possible. One technology, just compressing, so that few 100 million of those fits into one of those. And what actually happened in terms of price? If prices remain the same as that hard disk, this thing that you get free today will cost you about $3 million. Just imagine, only 20 years changed everything. So let's look at the 3 technology. First, this is quite silly that we, human being, the civilization, have been digging down really hard, mess up everywhere. Well, our back was burning under the sun. So it's about time that we look up and look at sun. And why we have to look at sun? Because this is what has happened. Every time you hear solar power, people tell you it's expensive. Yes, it was, like my hard disk. This single solar panel was like about $1,600 20 years ago. Today, you can buy them wholesale about $65. Maybe in Manila for less than 100. Prices are coming down, and is it going to go down even more? So that's one technology. Second technology, again, this mobile phone was about 9.8 kilogram weight. The battery was heavy. Today, we complain, iPhone 6, oh, battery is heavy, only 100 gram. Why it happened? Because the battery really shrunk and it became cheaper. So this is the second technology that is coming through. And what it will do, that Thomas Edison started this electric car more than 100 years ago. It did not go anywhere because batteries. And today with lithium batteries, a lot of new batteries, the world will be full of electric cars. So that's trend 2. Third, what's happening? We all know about energy efficient bulbs. Old bulbs, maybe 60 watt. Today we can do LED 7 watt. OLED is coming, which may be less than a watt. So our consumptions are also going down. So that means, one, we need less, we can produce our own, and we can store. So these 3 things will change. And how it will change and what will happen? You see, today, the world is full of climate denials. We need a second opinion. We had hundreds of scientists saying it is happening. And this is where we are headed. We are headed towards nowhere. These technologies will give us an exit to the future. We can take a turn out of that freeway. We can build up. So I have few ideas for you. Keep an eye on. The first idea is we will be able to produce our own electricity everywhere. And while maybe a rural farmer doing a bit of farming, generating electricity, storing into cheap batteries, and may be able to sell with other things he or she sells at a local shop. So everyone will be buying and selling electricity. That's the megatrend 1. Second, this is a picture I have taken in one of our review mission in Indonesia. A large power station, fossil fuel based electricity company. If these companies don't change, they will die. This material that we have financed in this substation possibly will be sold as scrap materials. Like a lot of cable companies, telephone companies are selling their cables because the technology has moved on. So that's trend number 2. Trend number 3, as solar becomes cheaper, batteries become cheaper, you will find the cost of electricity will be much lower than what it is today. And companies like Skype will start offering you free electricity. If you buy a card, you get a 1-year electricity for free. So keep an eye on. There is an alternative to Meralco. Then the way the electric cars are developing, the trends are developing, people will get together saying, let's call our state gasoline free. We don't want fossil fuel around. Actually, I had lunch with the CEO of Hydro Tasmania last week. He's saying, let's work on it. How can we make Tasmania, the island in Australia, fossil fuel free completely, because they have a wind. So that will likely to happen. We want to see signs that if you have a tailpipe, do not enter. This is electric vehicles only. So the next mega trend, electric car becomes the family wallet. Because you can buy and sell energy, you might as well trade in that currency. You can produce your own, get it topped up like we do on an ATM machine, trade. Energy is the ultimate currency. So let's keep an eye on all these things. Other mega trend is today if you smoke, some people will frown at you. You cannot smoke in airlines. It becomes socially unacceptable. So my view is energy inefficient appliances and their use will become unacceptable in society. You cannot come in and start playing with fires. People will say, you cannot. So we cannot. When we are playing with inefficient appliances, we are playing with our future, we are playing with fire. So that will not be acceptable. Inefficient appliances will be crushed like this. So that's another trend that is coming. There will be neighborhood watch. Lastly, this is the city that I live in, Manila. Pollution is very high. and it's growing. What we have to do as a citizen, some people might say, I want to pay more for my electricity, more for the cleaner sources so that I don't get the pollution. Remember the eggs that we used to buy, organic eggs? We pay more because I want that product. So look out for that. There may be restaurants offering you cooked in certified organic or off-grid electricity. So why I'm telling you all this? Einstein said, knowledge is limited. You can imagine anything you like. So next time you see a proposal for a fossil fuel generation project, next time you see an idea where someone just recycled the same old thing in the packaging of innovation, challenge it. Ask a question. Think about the future. Good afternoon.